Hey, how's it going? Rich from Elk Endeavors here. Hey, this is my first time I've ever gone live on YouTube, so I hope you enjoy it. I'm really excited about this, and something that I've always wanted to do. I wasn't planning on doing it. I did a video earlier today, and unfortunately, I can't upload it from my phone because my phone's full. So I'm going to go ahead and do a live video for you today. So what I'm going to talk about here is I'm in affiliate marketing. As any of you know that who have been watching me, I'm in affiliate marketing, and one of the things that I learned from going through the one funnel away challenge this past summer was that you just have to get started. And what I mean by that is that when I was going through the challenge, Russell Brunson, the owner of ClickFunnels, he said that you have to just publish, and you have to just get started publishing. And the thing is that, or the nice thing is that no one's watching. And so it was a kind of a funny way to say it, but ultimately what he was saying was, this is a chance, an opportunity for someone to find their voices, to see what they're doing and to understand what they're doing. And as you go, you get better and better at it, and no one's watching you do that. So you you screw up a bunch, and no one's actually watching, and that's all fine. And what's funny is that it's kind of true. I started out, and so from that day, I started doing a blog post every day. I've done a blog post every day on Medium since I think I have 105 blog posts. And hey, how's it going? If you're watching, let me know. Drop me a comment if you're watching. So I've done about 105 blog posts, and then I'm into about 90 videos on YouTube in days in a row. And it's very difficult. Tonight I wanted to just give up and drop it. But I'm not going to do that. I already put in the work. I already did it on my phone. And I didn't want to waste that work. And I already know what I wanted to say. But ultimately, you just gotta do what you gotta do, right? So one of the things that so basically, the thing about getting started is that you grow as you find your voice. Now, I'm very fortunate in that I know how to write. As an English major and an English teacher, writing is a passion of mine. So blogging wasn't too difficult. It wasn't too difficult to get started. And that was, that became apparent to me where, as the writing process, most of the writing process happens in my head. And so when I actually sit down to type out my blog post, it really just I can just kind of knock it out. It's not that big a deal to me. So, but I've rehearsed it in my head, so it's not like garbage coming out. It's just that I've rehearsed it in my head, and then from that also is the YouTube content, right? So I've already written my blog post today. I wrote my blog post today, and now I'm doing my YouTube video, but I've already rehearsed the YouTube video in writing. By doing the blog post. Sometimes I do it the opposite way. Sometimes I do the YouTube video first, and then I know what to do with my blog post. So that's a really helpful thing. I wouldn't suggest that you start out doing two platforms. That's one of the videos that I did a couple days ago, was talking about just doing one platform, one product, one plan, one platform. And that, I think, I'm kept up with it, but that's made it a little bit more difficult. But that's all right. It's just what you have to do. So, and I was thinking today, in my earlier post, and this will actually be better because it'll be more concise. But my earlier post, I talked about how, there's no quitting. I can't quit at this point, because there's no going back. I can't take the videos down. I can't. They're out there, and they're going to do for me what they need to do for me. And that is to build my brand and build my product and build me as a brand. Build Elk Endeavors, and that's what it's there for, and it's there to add value to people's lives. I'm not going to quit that. And even if I just decided to quit, I have 90 videos on YouTube that say otherwise, right? So all my beliefs and all the things I know about affiliate marketing are out on YouTube already. So there's nothing to quit. and I've likened it to being on the Appalachian Trail. And I've talked about this several times, but like I did what's called the 100-mile wilderness. So I didn't do the whole Appalachian Trail by any stretch of the imagination, but there was I started in the very end of the trail in Maine, and I walked 100 miles down to Monson, Maine, and there's no towns between there, so that's why they call it the 100-mile wilderness. And so, you know, when I got out there, it was really tough, and it really like sucked at times, but there was no quitting, because by the time I figured out that it sucked, I was 40, 50 miles in. So it was like, if I quit, I had to walk back what I already saw. And if I kept going, then I walked the other way, right? So if I quit at 40 miles in, I still had to walk 40 miles. So I might as well just go to the other 60 miles, right? And I'm right there. Like, this is gonna go. Like, that's one of the things that Russell Brunson talked about, is that if you publish, every day for a year, you publish something every day for a year, your life will be completely different as you know it. And that's what that I have faith in that. Russell clearly knows what he's talking about. And so that's what I've been doing. I follow directions, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm really excited about that. And then while I was talking earlier, in my sort of rehearsal for this, I started thinking about mountain climbing, and how like people that climb cliffs, or like if you think about El Capitan in the national park out in California, Yosemite. People that climb that, mean, I'm not a mountain climber, but I have like descended, like cliffy type things, and it's really scary. And I would imagine that it's more difficult to try to climb back down than it is to keep going up. So when I think about, the idea of just getting started, in order to start climbing a mountain, you have to take that first step. You have to grab that first rock, and then the next one, and you just have to keep grabbing. And the next thing you know, you're 10 feet in the air. And at that point you can quit, right? But then you get 20 feet in the air, and then you're kind of like, well, I don't, I'm not really committed, but it's kind of fun. But then you get 30 feet in the air, and then you get 40, and then you're in, right? There's no turning back. And so that's kind of where I am. And ultimately it would be harder for me, actually it'd be impossible for me to quit and stop this train from rolling. The train's left. The train's left the station. It's going. And so now it's just a matter of me, continuing to make it work, and continuing to push my brand, and push out really good content, and valuable content to people that are taking the time to watch, and which I really appreciate. And I'm learning my voice, but I'm also helping others to figure out what they want to do, and learn what they want to do. So that's what I have to say tonight. I appreciate you watching, if you're watching, and I look forward to talking to you again. Please subscribe to my channel if you like what I'm doing. Drop me a comment, give me a thumbs up, help me out, help me grow my channel. I'd really appreciate it, because I do love what I'm doing, and I think I'm providing a good service, and I want to continue to provide that good service for people. So thank you very much, and I hope you have a great day. I'm going to bend my computer over because I got to figure out how to turn this thing off. There we go. End screen.